Welcome to my podcast. Today I'm going to talk to you about it's one of the expected cases in Lab 2 anyway. So it's about conception for homosexual partners. So basically, a patient will come to you and says that he's having a relationship with the same sex. They are settled down and they are interested to have their own kid, basically. So you will start off, of course, by introducing yourself and double checking the patient name, date of birth, and ask them. Basically, you will say, "I'm glad you came here to discuss your option for assisted conception." And ask them about their thoughts, if they have any thoughts in their mind that they would like to pursue. Also, you need to inquire about if there is any history of pregnancy before, if it's a female one, and if a male, gonna ask if they have any, kids from a previous relationship, and you will ask if it was hetero or homo. And also we'll ask about general health, just to make sure that their health is fine and it's okay, and there isn't any underlying medical or genetic disease. And you will inquire if they have tried so far and what ways they have tried, and who's want to bear the pregnancy, basically, and who wants to take the other role. So basically, it's like a man role and a woman role in that sense. You will ask also if there is any history of abdominal pain, any fever, any discharge, any sexual transmitted disease. If it's a female, you will ask about the last menstrual period, if it's regular, if there has been during sex, if there is any missed period at all. You will ask also about, as I mentioned, what ways they have tried, if they have tried, because basically this condition won't be funded by the NSH, so it's basically you have to go to the private first. And if you failed 3 cycles consecutively by artificial insemination, so in that condition, you can go for the NSH and try with them. So basically, after asking all of that question, because basically they are interested in assisted conception, you will rule out, of course, the rest of the questions, which is any past medical history, any medication that's been taken in the long run, any allergy, any non-allergy, any history of operation, for instance, any disease, including genetic, that runs in the family, living status, job-wise, if there is any stress around the thing, alcohol and smoking history, and if there is history of recreational drug intake. So after asking all of that, you will ask the patient that you would like to check them, of course with a chaperone. So basically, you will take the height and weight, body mass index, of course, after checking their observation, just to make sure that everything is okay. And then you will discuss what options do they have. For instance, basically the first option you would state if this person who presented to you and identify their gender the way they like, if they had any sexual relationship with the opposite to their identified gender. So that's another way to conceive. Another way is basically it's called donor insemination at home. So basically the opposite sex will donate the sperm and the woman will inseminate herself in a licensed clinic. Of course, the sperm will be screened for sexually transmitted disease and certain genetic diseases. That's one way, which can be done in a lesbian couple who would like to have a child as a legal parent. Another way called co-partnering, which is basically two or more people team up to conceive, to parent the child together. Also, another way is called adoption or fostering for same-sex marriage or same-sex relationship, which is another way of conceiving. Another ways, which is stated as well, it's called trans non-binary parent, which is basically adoption and fostering as well. So fostering is basically you take a child that you will be in the care of you, of course, with the document and everything. It's there is a lot of paperwork about it. But it's basically for a short period of time, or it can be for a long period of time, but it can't be forever. Adoption, it's a different entity whereby you will adopt that child and you will give him or give her your name. There is another way called surrogate. And surrogate is basically a woman who is perfectly healthy, fit and well, and she would be like a carrier for the baby for this couple. And of course, this will involve reasonable expenses, of course, because she will be like the intermediate host for carrying your baby for a certain for the pregnancy time, and then she will give you the baby. That's called surrogacy. Another way is called IVF, which is in vitro fertilization. So basically, you will take the egg and donate sperm, and it will be fertilized in a lab, and then under the such criteria, and it's called vitro. Another way called intrauterine insemination. So it's basically here the sperm will be inserted in the womb, while in an in vitro, both the egg and sperm, they were cultivated in the lab, and then the formed fetus will be inserted in the woman's uterus. So that's basically about homosexual conception. In this way, I tried to brief about the well-known method for exploring the possibility of conception. I hope that I covered all the main points in just stations. Thank you.